Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Build Your Best Life. I apologize, we have been having technical difficulties, but hey, the coffee chat, the coffee, the coffee chat will go on. You won't be able to see Carol, but you will be able to hear her. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So welcome to Build Your Best Life with Deborah D. Smith. You know that obstacles come in all forms. Our young men just can't win for losing because of low self-esteem, obesity, people trying to get them to join gangs, and family situations. However, if they follow my basic principles, it will assist them in overcoming those obstacles and to build their best lives. I believe it is better to train early rather than to fix later. So as you know, this month I'm talking about fall. However, we are stepping back today because Carol and I want to talk about my missions, Bahamas missions tour. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And so we're going to get started with that.
All right. Well, I am sorry that I'm having some technical difficulties, but Deborah, I'm so excited to be able to hear everything that you were able to do on your Bahamas missions tour. So it is always far better to give than to receive, as you say. So giving of your time and talent makes perfect sense. So I have seen a few pictures and heard just a little bit from you, but I'm anxious to hear anxious to hear more details about your mission trip. So, Deborah, tell us how your mission trip, your tour was birthed. How was it born?
Well, as you know, what happened, Coach Ricardo has his summit every year in October. And so we were all planning on going, and I was finally going to get to see you again and everything. And because of the protocols in the Bahamas with the COVID, he wasn't able to have a group gathering. But since I had already, started making arrangements to go to the Bahamas, he was like, well, would you like to do a missions tour on your own for your platform, Be Your Best Life? And I was like, sure. So that was how it was actually born.
Wow. So when you went there, and you know what, I must admit that I was so looking forward to us all being able to get together and see each other again and just have that opportunity to go and, like you say, give of ourselves and share with others on this big trip. But maybe next year we can keep that on the bucket list. But What mission were you advocating as you were over there?
Well, of course, my passion is assisting high school age and young adult males, in overcoming their obstacles by following my basic principles in order to build their best lives, because I want to see this done not just in my community, but in my city, my state, my country, and worldwide. So my mission was to spread my message in person. I've had the opportunity to go worldwide via video, but I want to be able to do it all over the country in person. So, and I also gave me an opportunity to donate some of my books.
Oh, wow. Well, I think that's super. And I literally heard from Coach Ricardo how you just simply just showed up and owned whatever you were doing there. And he literally said you just crushed it. It was so good. And that, like you say, you wanted to get not only your books, but you wanted to be able to spread your platform and be able to kind of look and see those people that you've kind of been talking to, or even just to be able to see a new group of people that perhaps maybe has opened up some other doors for you to be able to, to discuss and talk about your book and your platform and to help young men that are over there. So I heard that there was some opportunities that was coming up for you in that situation. So did you have a scripted message at each location, or you just actually shared your message?
Well, thank you for that question. And I just want to say right now, welcome to Deacon Watson and Tamika, Agnes, Deacon Holmes, thank y'all for tuning in. But, you know, no, I didn't have a scripted message because, you know, they put together the different locations that I would be attending, but I just wanted to go, and I wanted it to be personal and heartfelt, and have, you know, a different reaction everywhere I went. So it was actually, you know, every place I went, it was just unique. It was different. It was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this.
Wow. So I'm sure that each one of the locations that you stopped in, and by the time you left, I'm sure they were excited and happy that you were able to come. And so what about the hospitality there?
Oh my goodness, the hospitality was off the chain. I mean, Coach Ricardo's two sisters provided transportation. They were open, friendly. They acted just like they knew us. They made sure we got everywhere on time, you know, safely. It was just amazing. And then Keno McCartney and Lisa McCartney, Angela Cooper Nixon, Anastasia Smith, Andrea Pratt, and Jackie Roll. I mean, my goodness, they just took me like I'm just a neighbor, and, you know, we just go out and do stuff all the time. It was just so welcoming. Everybody was just so sweet. It was just amazing. It was just amazing.
Now you really make me want to go. But you know, that is just so huge, and a lot of those names you called, and Coach Ricardo's sisters, I've met them, but also they're the rest of them are part of the Effective Living community, right?
Right. Yes, they are. Yes.
And that's the unique thing about the entire Effective Living community, that it's like when we finally get together in person, it's almost like we've known each other for years. That has really happened with Sister Della. You know, she came to Texas and surprised us, and so it's just like one big group of happy folks, like-minded people. So that makes a big difference. So I'm so glad that. Which I felt like you would get great hospitality because who they are and how we're all connected. But that sounds so exciting. And tell us about the school visit. How many schools did you visit?
I think it was 3 or 4 schools, but I actually have a little slide I'm going to share here now with everybody.
Okay. I can't see it, but okay.
I'm sorry. You're going to have to go back and watch.
Oh, no. I'm hurt. Well, you explain the slide, and I'll just listen.
Okay. Or not. Now don't act up on me now. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Right.
All right. So I hope everybody can see that. I'm gonna get it together in a minute, y'all.
Okay, we are being challenged today, aren't we?
Right, there you go. All right. So first, I visited Queens College, and Angela's on. Hi, Angela. Angela teaches biology to 12th graders here. And her school is actually, it was founded in 1890. It's an older school. As you, those that can see me, see the library there. It was just renovated, so it's beautiful. But Angela actually was teaching her 12th graders virtually when I arrived. So I had an opportunity to talk with her class. And so I talked to them and told them a little bit about my my platform. And so then I said, well, I want to give away 5 books. So I'm going to see who was listening. And so 5 of them answered those questions. And so I was able to donate books to them.
Oh, wow.
And so that was nice being able to see them virtually. And then we went to the library, and you can see my husband, Dan, went with me, and we donated some more books to their library. And I loved it. I don't have a picture of it, but I loved it because they have a theme in the library about the 7 habits. And the 7 habits are excellent. So it was very, very good. And also that school, their mantra is, our interests lie not only in academic excellence, but also in raising well-rounded, courteous, spiritually grounded global citizens. So that was amazing. Okay, so then I had an opportunity to go to Discovery Learning and Development Center. And that's Denola. I don't know if you've ever met her, Denola Williams. But she was the teacher of the class that I had an opportunity to visit. They were in the classroom, and she had 7 students there. So I talked with them, and I told them all about, their name is important, and if they, want to be somebody and go somewhere, they have to have a good, positive mindset, and they also have to make sure that those people around them are going in the same direction. So I was able to give each one of them a copy of my book. So that was the second school I went to. That was great. The next school I went to was the elite school. And that's Anastasia Smith is the curriculum coordinator at this school. And her mom, this things I don't want to get it wrong. Yeah, her mom actually owns the school, so it's really nice. And the picture that I'm showing everybody now, these are ambassadors, so these are like student leaders. So I was able to take a picture with them, and they have their beautiful uniforms on them. They're so polite. Everybody was just so polite and courteous. I need to bottle it up and bring it home. And then the other picture, that is the elite school, that is the high schoolers. And as you can see, I had an opportunity to take a picture with them. So those were the schools that I visited.
Wow. Well, so you said it was 3 schools, and high school, and what other one?
Well, Queens, that was K through 12, and then the last class was 7th graders, and then at the elite school, they have all the way up to 12th grade as well.
Okay. So they were still doing virtual as well as in-person school?
Well, at elite, they are in person.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah,
they were.
yeah.
Okay.
And Queens College School, they are virtual.
Oh, okay. So Queens College. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, it sounds like that, and it sounds like it. I can't see it, but it sounds like you had a good time, and part of your tour was a total success. You had an opportunity. Did you get a chance to relax any?
Yes, I did. We did. Yeah, we relaxed. I actually went to Blue Lagoon Island.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a chance to sit out and chill and have lunch. Sat out by the ocean. Yeah, we were on the ocean.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really nice.
So is that water is as nice and fresh looking as those that we've seen Coach Ricardo in?
Yes. The water is just beautiful. It makes me so jealous because our water is black.
When he's there and showing those pictures, I'll be like, oh my goodness. So it was, oh my goodness, I can't wait to get there, but I'm still feeling that same way.
Yeah.
But also, you had an opportunity to not only share with schools, but did you have an opportunity to share with some churches there as well?
Yes, I did. One of the churches that I visited was the Evangelistic Temple, and that was Pastor Keno Smith. And it was, of course, during the day, and they weren't having services, so I did not get to meet any of the youth, but I did meet him, and I told him all about my platform, and I donated books to them for their youth ministry.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're right. You were having an opportunity to give away a lot of things too. So I just can't hardly wait to see what your return will be, because you sowed into each one of those kids and the children's ministry as well. So I'm sure that you're going to get a lot to come back to you, simply because it is better to give than it is to receive. And so what a great privilege and opportunity, just being able to share with them and leave, and actually leave something with them that they can, that will actually be able to benefit them in the long run. And who knows, some of those young men may get a chance to come visit over here, and at least that's been a seed that you've sown over there. So that's a great opportunity. But sounds so amazing, makes me so jealous. But anyway, I was looking forward to meeting all of our Bahamas friends that we've had on in our community in effective living. So maybe we'll get a chance to meet soon. So, but I know you can't wait to see. We couldn't wait for you to show the video, and I can't wait till I can be able to go back and look at this and see all those pictures and the video that you share. But I understand you visited the Ministry of Social Services and Urban Development headquarters as well.
Okay, but I want to tell you about, because the other church that I visited before that. That's okay. Okay. Yes, and this church, it was just so amazing because, of course, Coach Ricardo has all these connections, and then Billy was right there with me. She was coordinating everything. If anything changed, she would send it to me. So I had saw on my schedule that I had this church, and it just said virtual recording. So I was like, okay. So I get to the church, and Chaz, Coach's sister, went in and let them know that we were there, because we got there early. And so they said the lady that we needed to meet with, she was en route. She wasn't there. So we were just sitting in the car. Well, then this young man comes up to the car. He says, yes, Elder Deborah Smith. And I was like, Elder Deborah Smith? So I was like, yes. And so he said, well, I don't know why they thought, you were supposed to meet with her, but you're actually supposed to meet with me, because I'm the minister over the youth. And so he says, I'm ready for you. So we went in, and he takes us back to their recording studio. And his name was Minister Shaquille Hannah. So he takes us back to the recording studio, and he was like, well, do you know what this is all about? And I was like, well, no. So he told me that that they had told him that I would come by their church just to visit and drop off a book. But he said, well, no, I didn't want you to just come by our church and drop off a book. He said, so with our youth ministry, we do, different series. And with that, we do videos as well. So I want you to be a part of the video. And I was like, okay. So we had this opportunity, and we did the video. It's probably like a 5 to 7 minute video, but it was really, really nice, well put together and everything. So we did that, and he was very, very nice. And so we're leaving out of the church. And so I kept looking around the church, because they had a recording studio. And then I looked, and I see this name on the wall, and I was like, wait a minute. I said, is this Bishop Ellis Church? So I was actually at the founder and bishop of Global Fellowship Ministries Church, Mount Tabor. So that's where I was, and I didn't even realize it. So that was just amazing to be there. I was like, I always, ask God to.
Bishop Ellis's church, right?
I'm sorry?
You at the Bishop Ellis's church, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Haven't met him, but I have seen videos. So I'm sure that was amazing.
Right.
To be able to meet him too, huh?
Well, I didn't get to meet him, but, just even being in his church, because, I'm always asking God to, let me walk in my purpose. And I thank him for doors that he opens for me. I always thank him. And I'm like, Lord, you took little old me over to Bahamas, and that's where I ended up in his church. So that was just, a surprise.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was really nice.
That should have been real exciting. Yeah. Very exciting. Yeah. Well, I'm really happy that you really had an opportunity to go and kind of be a representative for those of us who we thought were going to be able to go. And so what a blessing that is for you. But also, I'm sure, like you said, that I'm sure that some other doors will certainly open up simply because of you giving of yourself and saying yes, that you would go ahead and represent effective living in your own platform as well. So what a blessing. And I always like to tell people sometimes we just got to go ahead and say yes. Anyway, huh?
Right. Yeah. You were asking me about the Ministry of Social Services.
Yes.
Yeah, so actually they had on the schedule for me to meet with Wilma Mae Pratt Center for Girls and the Simpson Penn Center for Boys. But then they changed it up, and instead of me going there, I actually went to the Ministry of Social Services, which is the headquarters and for that particular those two homes. And so I had an opportunity to meet with the director. Yes, Miss Dorset Horton. So I met with her and the person that's over the boys' home and the girls' home. And so I was, again, she was like, you know, why you here? She said, I want to hear everything. You know, I just thought it'd be more important for us to hear, you know, because I want to be able to have good, effective programs for our boys and girls. So I thought it'd be more important for us to hear about your platform and what you do. So I had the opportunity to speak with them, and she said she just simply loved it. She couldn't wait to get started. She wanted to know where to get more books from, but I did donate books to them. So that, yeah, it was just all amazing.
So how long were you gone?
Well, we actually left on the 5th, and we got back Monday the 11th. So 6 days.
Okay. So you all had a pretty good time to kind of visit and, like you say, get some relaxation in, and also just be able to share with the young people and meet some other friends that you hadn't had a chance to actually meet in person. So that sounds like that was a lot of fun. And like I said, I was so glad to know that you were going to go over and be able to share your heart and share your platform and to be able to, like you say, leave so many of your books. And did you get a chance to autograph a lot of them as well?
Oh, I autographed all of them. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that seems to have been a very effective trip, and and I'm so happy that you really, like I said, that you had an opportunity to go and as the kids say, represent. It sounds like you represented well. So that is just awesome. So what was I guess this will be our final question. Sorry we're running late, but what was the purpose of that visit? What was just the purpose of it?
For the missions tour?
I guess for the Ministry of Social Services and the developmental headquarters.
Okay, because they have the home for girls and boys, and so of course they, you know, have to house them, but they also want to be able to teach them those things, that same principles that I actually want to teach young men, is that, you know, just because you're down and out today or you have obstacles against you, that you can overcome those obstacles and be whatever you want to be in life. You know, just because you start out one way, that does not mean that's how you're going to end up. So she was very interested in, you know, knowing all about the book and my platform to be able to share that with the students in the two homes, the girls and the boys.
So they live there, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Well, I am so happy that, like I said, that you were able to go and had a very safe trip. Did you have any trouble getting into the country or out?
No, I didn't really have any trouble. Just have different protocols, and so I had to make sure I followed those. And because we were there 5 days, we did have to take another COVID test before we left, but we were able to do that at the hotel that we were staying at. And but it was things to do, but I really appreciate that, because that meant that they have things in place to keep people safe, and that's what it's all about. So that's the major reason why people can't travel, because of safety reasons. But they have a good protocol set up, and I mean, everything was what I call 5-star, because some of their restaurants you couldn't go in. Like, there was one place they wanted to take me on Sunday night, but you had to have a COVID test in order to go there. And I told them, that was just too much trouble for them to all go get COVID tests to take me there. We could just do something else. So we just sat around and had girl chat. And so that was really nice. And there was one restaurant you had to show your vaccine card and your ID in order to dine inside. But, I didn't have a problem with any of that, because to me, that's what, we need to do more of, so we can get out of this pandemic.
Right. Well, that's interesting that they're doing it, and we seem to be able to not be able to have that kind of follow up with, what we need over here, because we really do, like you said, to keep everybody safe, we need to be able to have some assurance that people are being vaccinated, or that they're looking out for someone else's well-being as well. So that's pretty interesting. But anyway, I'm so happy you were able to go, and my speaker keeps going off trying to test it a little bit. But anyway, Deborah, I'm sorry you can't see me this time, and I was wearing my pink for breast cancer awareness this month, and so
we always think alike. I have my pen on.
We're gonna get this technical difficulty fixed, but as usual, I always enjoy our little chat. And I got my coffee, but you can't see my coffee either. But we just press on anyway, right?
Right. And also, I just wanted to say, Pastor Keno McCartney, I think you met him. I know you met him before, but yeah, he and his wife, they took us out on Friday night, I think. But I attended there. We attended their church on Sunday, and when I tell you, that was great. Everything just fell into place. I mean, it was just amazing. But for the month of October, their theme is fighting for families. And they did a panel discussion instead of a sermon. And I mean, the testimonies that these two men gave is one of them. I mean, it just fell right in place with some of the things that I talk about as far as our young men. So it was just fabulous. And everything was everything just flowed. It was a beautiful service. So I really enjoyed that. And the McCartneys are just awesome. So Keno and Dan became fast friends. So we hope that when they come to the United States, that they can come through Florida.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
that would be wonderful. Yeah, I got just one time. So and his wife too as well. So I think they were here. Yeah, they're sweethearts. Anyway.
And have you ever met Lula L. Carr?
I haven't. I don't know if I met her.
Okay, well she's not a part of the community, but she participates in some of the events that Coach Ricardo has, and she was going to the summit with us, and so she was there. So we had an opportunity to spend some time together. So I got another connection. So yes.
Another friend. That's really what it's all about. Is this city always tell us the journey is so much better when we have friends, and so that is huge, and looks like you've added some more to your list, huh?
Yes. Yeah, and I just want to thank everybody for all the hospitality, the kindness that was shown to my husband and I while we were there. We loved it. We felt at home, And I really, really, really appreciate it. I appreciate the prayers from you and everybody in our community, everybody in my family. And when I say family, I take everybody that's in Jacksonville is in my family. So Agnes and Tiki and Chris and everybody, Peggy, everybody. I should start calling names so I will forget somebody. But everybody, I appreciate all of you, your prayers, your support, your love, your donations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was so worth it.
Well, we were just happy that, even prayers and whatever, just excited that we could be able to help share in that opportunity that you had. And so I'm looking forward to, like you said, the great reward that you will get simply because of your heart to serve and to help others, because that's really a part of our effective living community, that we want to help one another. And so once again, I'm always excited to be here on this second Thursday and to be with you and be able to share your platform and the things that you, and especially your heart for our young men, is really a great opportunity to be a part of this. So I always want to say thank you to Deborah for allowing me to have this coffee chat with you once a month.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you so much. I love it. I look forward to it each Thursday. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, you're closing us, Miss Deborah.
Yes. So again, thank you so much, everyone. And remember, my theme for this month is fall, and that's not the season. That means you're falling, but you're falling face up and living large, because just because you fall, that doesn't mean you have to stay down. So please tune in Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as I talk about my steps are ordered. Yeah, I am back. So thank you so much. So as you travel on your road to being a better you, there will be pitfalls, distractions, rough terrain, and detours. Don't let any of those distractions stop you. Though they may slow you down, keep going to be a better you so that you can build your best life. And remember, building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan, it's my commitment. I love you. Be blessed. Be safe. Take care. And I will see you on Saturday. And I will talk to you, sis, soon.
All right. Have a good evening, everyone.
Okay. Bye-bye.